here is the diamond model of intrusion analysis, which you might have heard of. That's not something really new, but very foundational, I would say. Here, there's some brilliant animation going on. And so what's this? So I do not want to confuse it with threat model. For those of you who are not familiar, so this is kind of actually point zero and an empty square, kind of tilted 45 degrees. And it is defined as a victim-centered approach that connects adversary on the top and infrastructure on the left, victim on the bottom, and the capability on the right. So they are the four core components to understand threats. I know it sounds like a little bit theoretical. So the power here lies in actually pivoting. So also called analytic pivoting in this specific paper. So starting from, we are starting from something like as in this case, for example, victims malware discovery. So there is a malware detection, for example, in your endpoint protection tool. So, and tracing that to malware C2 domain, and we are going to touch on that, how we can do that, and resolving the domain to an IP, and eventually linking it to an adversary. Again, it is easier said than done. So although this paper really was published maybe a decade ago, this is very relevant and heavily used because the CTI teams or the organizations, looking to get threat intel are looking for the same things like IOCs, malware command and control, information and adversary infrastructure. So overall, it's a really good example for today's topic around analyzing threats and how to enhance perspectives around threat models, because it's underlining the importance of malware as the capability and how an output from malware analysis, in this case, for example, C2, can help us start pivoting further. And CTI is all about really pivoting from operational perspective, but not always prioritize somehow to stress where to start. So we will actually kind of break that cycle, and we will kind of be able to show you the sandboxing capability can be really key, as you can see in this example. And here is a real life example of diamond model applied to a China-linked APT group. This is by a Threat Connect. So this might be interesting. Just I wanted to share with you. Considering the recent attacks to telco infrastructure, maybe you have heard of, assumed to be, I think, it's ongoing and now investigated by CISA and FBI. So you will notice here some familiar elements, like, for example, when you look at the capability side of things, you will see a unique custom malware is observed to be used. And there are some attacker registered domains on the left when we look at infrastructures part, and the global, for example, command and control infrastructure, as well as there is some dynamic DNS providers as part of that infrastructure.